Florensis, simply said, we're doing bedding plans, we're making cuttings, send them to Europe. So go to the next one, I will not go into detail with that. We're a farm in Nevasha. We have 2 other farms in Ethiopia, Portugal, and a lot of sales offices all over Europe, where we sell our products to professional growers in Europe. As we were talking about in this session about using nature, protecting nature, biodiversity, one of the first things what we do is making sure we start clean. Because if something is clean, you don't have to take out the doo-doo or take out a fungus. So what we're doing is we're using steam to sterilize the soil before we start using it. Since this year we are also using biofuel for that. So with the normal fossil fuels that we use, we mix it with biofuels to minimize the carbon footprint. To make sure that we can grow as clean as possible, everything what we do is trying to put it on tables or at least not in contact with the soil and the ground. Means it's completely separated, giving a cleaner way of working. Information, very important. All over our greenhouses we have climate control sensors, plant sensors. We actually can measure the temperature of the bottom, the temperature of the leaves, seeing if it is evaporating. So when do you need to give water, when you don't. Making sure that the humidity within the crop is perfect for example, biological control measures. Next one. Scouting, really important. Knowing what is in your crop. Our scouts every week will look at every plant. Biological controls is using insects, using spiders, using nematodes, using fungus, soaps, natural abstracts from plants, pheromones. Simply said, this is something that is already happening for quite some time. All farms should do it. Don't use chemicals, use this, or at least use a combination of the two. We're using a huge amount of sticky traps. Simply said, a little bit of glue. It thinks it is a flower, it flies to it, and you trap it away. And at the same time, you can monitor what's going on. We have a few greenhouses where we have quails at the moment. They're walking under the tables, catching insects. You see them flying up 2 meters into the air to get a moth out of the air. At the same time, they keep away the weeds. And it's very nice on the barbecue as well. City farming, something that we already are looking into for a long time. Again, the same what I started with, starting clean. Meaning if you have the plants that you start in the greenhouse are clean, it's easier to keep them clean. So we started with trying to start making plants inside a complete closed box. You will see it on the next slide. It's operational now for a few months. So in a complete closed room with artificial lighting, we are growing the plants before we bring them into the field. There's no entrance, so no insects, completely clean when we start. Simply said, think out of the box, come with new ideas. Actually, there is no box, don't think about a box. That was in short some highlights that maybe we can use in further discussions.